Welcome. We are working on the very last version of 19.12.10. It has been burned, created a few hours ago, and I'm up and running on this system. And we'll look back in the past, and we will say it was a game changer back in November 2019. We have several things on in development or in testing already. Development is done, so we're just testing it. That's one, the kernel, LTS kernel, can be applied from the ISO. The NVIDIA drivers can be applied. Intel Ucode and AMD Ucode will be installed. And furthermore, we've changed all the packages and the naming conventions in order that we can actually do some fun stuff. And what fun stuff am I then referring to? On ArcoLinux information, we've changed some things, and the fun stuff is, well, basically we've changed the menu here, which doesn't do anything anymore. But if you want to have the old page back for the downloads, for the ISO downloads, it's in here. But we have a new drop down which says download documents, and that's where the fun is. Here it is also mentioned the cheat sheet. Due to all the changes that we've done in ArcoLinux B, in ArcoLinux D, and of course in ArcoLinux ISO, so the OpenBox XFC i3 and ArcoLinux D, we have now a possibility to build whatever we want to build. And actually I wanted to show you another picture as well. So the picture in here is the one that is showing off that we can have anything on our machines. SSDs, hard disk, doesn't matter. It's just hardware. But this is 15 desktops is a choice at this point in time. There are 3 more coming, at least 3 more. So the download, did I actually download the PDF? I don't know. So download documents, download the button, right? Maybe it's again right. So I have it twice, fine. So Super Shift Enter opens up Tunar, and in here you'll find your downloads folder and you'll find your cheat sheets. So I've got this double, got this triple. So that's the one we're talking about, and we'll up the number if something changes. ArcoLinux cheat sheet version 1.0. What is all this about? Maybe this couldn't be any more complex and than I don't know what, nuclear science or something, but it actually is pretty straightforward. If you are going to, maybe we should take an example as well. If we are going to install, for instance, Awesome, right? What you do is Arch Wiki Awesome. I always send you to the Arch Wiki websites, always. Take a look what's in there, and what it says is install the Awesome package, right? And somewhere down the line probably Vicious as well. So it's all here, the knowledge. Go and get the knowledge, but here's the cheat sheet. So if you want to have Awesome on your SSD, on your machine, then you install Awesome and Vicious. So sudo pacman -s Awesome Vicious. Do you need some other stuff, some essential stuff? Okay, then for BSPWM you need this one and that one, otherwise we don't have the icons on the top of the polybar. There is no polybar if you don't install it, and so on. So elements to get a working desktops are all in the green. These 3 guys need to be installed, whatever, but even multi-tweak is not that important, so it's not that necessary. But again, if you want to have a menu in OpenBox, you better install OB Menu Generator. So things are made simple, that these 3 guys are actually coming from Arch repos. This is Arch Linux, guys. If you stick to these 3 columns, you're just Arch Linux. Then you can go on and say, okay, if I can try to make an Awesome without the configuration of Awesome, then you don't install this guy, right? So that's the point. If you don't want to have our configuration, you don't get this one in or this one. This will be okay. But for the tiling window managers, it's really difficult. You end up in a black screen, and then it's up to you, right? So working from something that already exists, where you have something graphical already, and Control-T works and stuff like that, then yeah, I recommend you install the orange one, Arco Desktop Settings. So if you want to have an awesome that works, you need this one. If you want a BSPWM that works, you need this one. Budgie is a complete desktop. You don't need it. Cinnamon is a complete desktop. You don't need it. But there's a lot of settings in here, a lot of hours of work figuring out stuff. So these are the packages that we use to create ArcoLinux B ISOs. And there's some extra stuff. So extra settings for that we've tweaked and themed for specifically every one of these desktops, right? But it's not intended to be super complete, that therefore an A4 page is a little bit too small, but it should be workable. It should be helpful to have this cheat sheet. And in the end, of course, if you are on ArcoLinux D, for instance, you need to install Lithium Greeter, and enable it, please, right? And then you can reboot. These guys have another color. These guys are not necessary at all. But again, the keyboard shortcuts, for instance, in Budgie and GNOME are in the dconf. So if you don't install them, you won't have a keyboard shortcut from us. There will be keyboard shortcuts in there, not from ArcoLinux. Okay, so that's the idea. These guys will always conflict with each other. So just one of these, just one of these, just one of those. You can choose any number of these guys. So that's the image you just saw. If you say, where is it? It's on the other page. We were here, then we were here, then we were there. No, too bad. So ArcoLinux info. If and when, and that's what we're gonna do later on in the video, if and when you install all these guys, if you say I'm gonna install this column, the green, all the greens, let's call it like that, all the greens, and the first column here of the orange, you'll have a look like this. You'll have all the elements, all the desktops. These are the applications, these are the configurations, these guys are the configurations of the applications. Not necessary if it's a Cinnamon, a Deeping, a Plasma, but it is super essential if you have a tiling window manager. Okay, so this is me trying to show you what Lego blocks you need to try to make a workable desktop environment. And if it's a big guy like Plasma, you don't really need much, right? You just need these two columns, and then it's up to you to trim and tweak it, and that's up to you to make any kind of adjustment. So you can stick to the greens and do your thing. And that's what it's all about in ArcoLinux. You can learn how to tweak your own system and feel at last that you're in control of your own system. Okay, enough speeching. Let's go for a example. SuperFlex VirtualBox is already installed, and I go to add my template. The template is cloned to. Now is the question. You can start with any ISO, right? Do we start with an ArcoLinux ISO? Do we start on ArcoLinux D? Why not an ArcoLinux B? It really doesn't matter. It's all the same ISO. It's just a few Lego blocks more or less. So let us decide. I'm gonna make it the hard way, if I may. So we have no more browser open, too bad. So ArcoLinux info. We go to the downloads of the ISOs. Rather like the speed that we get from our seed host. So not SourceForge, but we pay for this hosting. Thanks to you guys, by the way, for supporting, so we can actually do these kind of things. So we have a fast download and we have fast repositories because these guys are on there as well. So when you download something, it's coming from here, from the repo. Doesn't need to be nice, it does need to work. That's it. So that's probably already downloaded. So optical drive, choose generic, download. Here we are. So let's have fun. No, wrong screen, my friends. Go over here. Open up here. Yeah, better. So the idea is that any of our systems, wherever you start in your story at ArcoLinux, you can always switch around and add more stuff. Like I said, maybe in other videos as well, is that uninstalling is a little bit more difficult always because the pieces and the parts on that linger, that stay on the machine. But it's of course possible. You only have what common sense says, if you install something with sudo pacman -s, you should be able to remove it with an R, right? But dependencies are always there. So let's wait for this installation to finish. By the way, at this point in time, we have a new Calamaris. So 2019, December 2019, we'll have the new Calamaris working with an NVIDIA installer and the LTS kernel. So we're down to 35 ISOs these days, which means we have 15 desktops. So ArcoLinux B has 15 desktops, but there's a full and there's a minimal. So 15 times 2, 30. Then we have created a bare version for XFCE and a bare version for BSPWM. And you create the bare versions by comparing yourself. So that's 32. 32 plus our extended ISO, which means it's open box, but with 6 tiling window managers. That's extended. And then of course we have ArcoLinux and ArcoLinux D. So in total 35. But thank God we figured out Python, we figured out Calamaris, how they work together, and so now we can actually put the NVIDIA installer. That's an extra bonus, otherwise we'll have hundreds, etc. ISOs. But now we can figure that out on, or install that on the Calamaris ISO. So we have down to 35 ISOs, which is cool, which is okay. That's maintainable. All right, so let's restart. Of course, I'm putting now from something that's old, in the sense that this is an old ArcoLinux D version, 1911.3. I'm working now on 1912.10. So let's do first, now maybe best thing always is, do you know actually where I'm living, guy? So with mirror is going to look around and say, oh, I'm in China, oh, I'm in America, oh, I'm in Africa, and is going to look out for the fastest service around. If that's done, then you can update. This one is going to update, well, say yes always, very simple. If, what was I going to say? Update is ArchLinux and ArcoLinux, right? If you do that, then you know what actually is coming from the ArchLinux repos. Haven't seen anything Arco yet at this point in time. So this is all pure Arch packages that are coming in. Download speed is okay, can be better. Hey, it is what it is. I see a Linux kernel 5.3.11 in there, which means reboot for sure. Systemd as well. Linux firmware. All these names, if you see them pass along, you reboot. There's an Intel U code that's new. Again, my mind says red flag, reboot. And here are 4 or 5 packages of ArcoLinux. Arc themes have been rebuilt. Mirror lists, system config, and a wallpaper. So in an ArcoLinux D version, there's not much ArcoLinux elements, sure. it's almost bare. There is no graphical environment, there is no LightDM, there is no desktop, it's just a black thing, more or less like ArcoLinux. Almost there. Yeah, we can start having some fun, but first reboot. Do not forget. After that's done, I'll quickly type an up all, which means, is anything missing from the AUR? And this is a bare ISO, ArcoLinux D. So no, nothing missing. And I was tired typing sudo reboot all the time, so now it's SR. It's an alias from us. SR is sudo reboot. And we're back in the system, right? Logging in, and we have nothing really available. There's nothing there. Now the fun can start. Now the cheat sheet can be handy. So let's see if I can get to it. Control F. Where is my cheat sheet? Okay, like so. Bear with me. Download folder, yes. Cheat sheet, yes. All right. So putting this guy on the next screen. All right, back to full screen here. And then we go ahead. So there are two things you can do. You can either say, I'm gonna follow the cheat sheet and do my things like that, right? Or you can do a git clone. Either of them is good. It's just more typing if you want to follow the cheat sheet, but it's more learning experience as well. So we could go for a, I don't know, let's take just the first one. No, doesn't matter. So we just go through the pile of desktops. So it says I need to install Awesome and Vicious. All right, installing. All right. As extra, nothing extra. The desktop configuration, if we, well, let's make all the mistakes possible you can make, right? So sudo pacman -s. Let's assume this is your installation. You think everything's gonna work. If you would now reboot, you won't see anything. But if you would have thought about installing LightDM and then the ArcoLinux LightDM settings, do the greeter, and why not the settings at the same time? Light, the settings, all right. If you know about that one, so we're actually saying, come on, we're actually saying, let's move a little bit out here, the down under the page here, LightDM, ArcoLinux LightDM, GTK greeter. I've installed the settings as well, and now we should enable it also. Without enabling, we'll have problems. So enable it, my dear. Sudo, right, system, no time to start to misplace my fingers here, and then enable my LightDM. Just type LightDM, that's enough, but he knows it is service. Oh good, I should change my cheat sheet, force it. I did not install LightDM itself, sure I did. Let's try that again. So moving back up, I installed LightDM, ArcoLinux LightDM, fine, that's great. Everything is installed, and now I should just enable sudo system control, enable LightM. Yeah. LightM. Let's see, without force it's possible. No need for force, everything works. So no need to change the cheat sheet. But if it is a problem, if something is there, you force it to be overwritten. You remember that. So we got our nice LightDM, we have a nice screen, and the only thing we have is awesome, okay? And then you say, okay, everything will look just fine. this is your standard. Awesome. Control T, Super Shift Return, nothing's gonna work, every button. I need to figure out how this thing is gonna work. I can click here, I have a menu, hotkeys, let's have a look. And then I have to look for elements. But since we've put in so much time, it has our menu here is so much bigger, right? Because we have so much of our keyboard shortcuts that are in ArcoLinux, ISO, Ds and the Bs, they're everywhere. So this is what you get if you have, and then you can start. I have no problem that you start with this here, open terminal. It should open something, but what's behind it, it's not installed. So you need to figure out, is it Termite? Is it UXVT? Is it, what terminal is it that it wants to open? You have to look in the code. I'm not gonna waste my time with it. I'm gonna get my data in. So I'm a VirtualBox, I'm stuck, can't get out. I can go maybe, can I quit here? Yeah, I can quit. Whew, great. But I'm still stuck. I mean, there's no workable desktop at this point in time. So that's the misery, the problems you can run into. You go to look at your VirtualBox. If it's not VirtualBox, Control Alt F2, F3, F4. If it is VirtualBox, right Control F3, for instance. And we need to get some more stuff. With the configuration, if you see this line, we're missing this. We don't have the settings for the desktop. This is particularly important for desktops, for tiling window managers, right? You don't have anything that really is gonna steer or config your desktop. This you need as well, because you need to log out later on. And if you want to log out with nice icons, you need the icons as well. And this you can skip. The yellow stuff, well, you can see if you like it. You don't need it. So let's get the rest in, because this was not workable. It is workable if you have the time, and we've put our time in it. So this is our configuration. Okay, now this thing is going to be installed. It tells you in etc scal. So if you leave it there, nothing will happen. You need to type scal. Now the content of etc scal is copy pasted on your awesome, right? So that's what you wanted to do. Now I want to get back out of here. So, well, you can type an exit, but that's it. You need to go to Control F7 again, or in VirtualBox, or Control Alt F7, and see if that's working. F6, or am I not in the correct? That's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5. What did I press now? 6, 7. Okay, so F7, and we're back. Of course, nothing selected. I mean, nothing else selected. There's just one thing there, but later on we'll have more. And here we have already some of the things that are gonna work, right? Connection established, blah, blah, blah. And all the elements are available. So Control T, is that working? No, it's not. Super Shift Enter, is it working? No, it's not. So I believe we're missing stuff as well. Now, the question is, did I forget something? Or do we need a proper reboot? That's possible too. But anyway, since I'm here, but I can't launch anything, let's see if I can launch something. The menu has changed anyway. Termites! Let's get our OB logout things as well in. So if we can nicely, well, you can actually, let's see if that works. We can restart, we can exit as well. So that's the big exit, sorry. I thought I was going to log out here, but we're just restart quickly. How quickly it all boots, right? It's awesome. Oh yeah, it is awesome. Desktop. So restart, log out, that's what I wanted to do, log out. So here you have your choice, right? Control T, not gonna work, but we get our terminal. So that's not working, so probably UXVT, that's behind there. So that's not installed yet. If it's not installed yet, it can't run. Simple as that. It's all the Lego box pieces that you need to get in. So let's get my ArcoLinux layout in and the theming in. Okay. Installed. Oh, probably. Yeah, I can do it already. So a SuperX is what we prefer. That's the way how we prefer to exit. And thanks for a beta tester online. He knows who I'm talking to provide with these nice little icons, a little bit smaller than the standard ones. So let's restart and see if this keyboard shortcut thing is now solved. No, it isn't solved because it's already there. We already rebooted, right? Control T. So the question is, what's holding it back? What's holding it back? What's holding it back? What's holding it back? This one is working. Okay, scale. Does it need SXHQD? Anything of the likes? Let's investigate. Do we have tuner? Yeah, we have tuner, but we just don't have the. We don't have tuner. Okay, let's get tuner. And that's how we have fun, right? We analyze. Okay, why isn't it working? I'm missing stuff. Okay, let's get tuner a little bit more visual. Hopla. So icons. I guess we don't have icons. Nope, we don't. Okay, sudo pacman -s the Sardi icons for one and the Surfn icons for the other one, because some of our desktops have the one or the other. So now we're covered for everything else. I believe Cinnamon is in Surfn these days. Plasma will be in Surfn as well. So if you have those two, something will look nice. That's the point. So, tuner, why don't you listen to me? Tuner -q, I think it is. Quit tuner, launch tuner, and it should have a file system now, and it's still not nice. Why? Because we haven't defined it. We have not installed ArcoLinux, the config file. So everything will come together. We've installed this one, we've installed that one, we've installed these guys. We have not installed these guys, right? No config awesome, no awesome dconf. It's not there. How should it know what to apply for an icon, right? It doesn't. Now, one of the softwares we use on Awesome, I think, is Alex Appearance. And if I don't know, that's maybe also a good thing to share, because you'll be in doubt from time to time. If you don't know, okay, you go to ArcoLinux GitHub, but there are two guys. There's also the D version and the B version. So we're on Awesome, right? Awesome. And then you start looking into things and say, okay, how do we install Awesome? And in here we have the display. So the 100 is the most important one. It gets the Awesome and the visuals. We've done that. LightYam, we've done that. LightYam done. LightYam, the greeter done. Don't have the wallpapers, but we do have the wallpapers because we saw the intro image, which was nice, right? The blue and the orange, the pink. That's the wallpapers. So that's okay. Now, what else is possible? The 600 ArcoLinux repo. What's that about? What do we install? We install all these kind of things. We've installed OB-Layout and OB-Layout themes, but not all the rest. This one we've installed as well. Not HBlock, not fonts. There are no fonts yet available. There's no Arc themes available. So a lot of things are missing. Well, that's what the blocks are about, right? The Lego blocks you need to have. Now, what were we thinking actually? Oh yeah, so the Alex Appearance, right? It's an application, it's not an ArcoLinux thing. It isn't, so it's not gonna be in 600, it's gonna be maybe somewhere else. This installs URXVT and the firewall. Okay, maybe I'll install it, maybe later, maybe I won't. So that's the point. Become more aware of what's going in your system and decide if you want it or not. So Alex Appearance GTK3 is what we standard install, but no one says you can't do anything else. Just start typing Alex Appearance. There is this one, there is that one, there is this one, there is that one. So obconf, open box configuration. So you decide what you install. And often it's a good thing to check out the numbers. So +5. If you don't have a clue what to choose, then it gives you some idea. And maybe, of course, if it's not from AOR, it's always probably better to install things from community or what are the other repos from ArcoLinux itself. So since it says GTK3, I'm gonna use one. Let's see what's going on. Simple as that. So now we have Alex Appearance. Okay, this is a beautiful look, but we do have already our themes. So now I can say, let's which color will I choose? I'm gonna choose something nice, dark, smoke dark. All right, smoke dark. Fine. I can theme. There is a smoke in here somewhere, and let's say a papyrus blue or papyrus gray, like this one. The mouse cursor is still the breeze, that's fine. And I apply it. Things happen here. Ah, there he is again. The murine. Sounds like a fish or something. Cancel. Oh. So Super X is gonna quit all these things, and we have back our desktop. Now if I press Super Shift Enter, it's going to show me some other things, right? It's gonna show me a new kind of look. I have decided that maybe it's nicer to have an icon, and maybe a theme would be nice as well. So in here we'll have some settings. Thanks to Alex Appearance, we have Arc Smoke Dark, the Surfing Papyrus Gray, Cantarell. Look at that, Cantarell. Not all sans, that's as we have. Maybe you like another font, and it's true, it does change a system, another font. So play around with fonts as well. All right, let's look. So we've done that. This we have not installed it. We've did a workaround, right? Alex Appearance. It's good. It looks good. It looks nice. But I still don't have my keyboard shortcut. Something is amiss. So let's investigate together. I can get to my terminal like this. Oh, F12, is that working? F12, well, if the keyboard shortcuts are not working, Eric, neither is this one. All right, and this is how you figure it all out. Thunar, in the config, we have an awesome configuration, right? We have here the backup, the scripts, the themes, and I'm wondering, hey, how about these keyboard shortcuts? Where are the keyboard shortcuts? Just check around. It's okay. Here's a bunch of stuff. Awful key. And then we have melt, function keys, super F5. So why is it not working? That's our quest. And the only reason why things are not working from time to time is because of the fact that it's not installed. Simple as that. So if you are looking for F8, super F8, then it's going to work. Why? Because we installed Thunar. So Ctrl-Alt-T is not working. Why is that? Because the fact that Ctrl-Alt-T is somewhere down here, I think it's this one. This is actually Super T, but it really doesn't matter. It means that it's not installed. It's probably going to be termite because I want everything to be termite, right? So find, unable to find termite. Did I change everything to URXVT? Probably. Yep. So terminal is URXVT inside awesome. All right, I haven't installed UXVT, so Control T and Super Enter and what else? Control Alt Enter. All of them will not work because of the fact that it's not installed. All right, let's get cracking again. So Control T, too bad for you. Then we go back like this. We find our way around everything else that's not working. UXVT, Termite, that's installed, always. So sudo pacman, and I always forget which name it is again. I still can't remember. I had to go and look. RxVT Unicode, that's the thing we need. And up, there we go. So Control T is working. Yes, granted, it's not nice, but hey, we didn't change anything with it. It's a bit ugly because of the fact that it's all very version-like here. No configurations. And don't forget, if you're on VirtualBox, Compton will never work. By the way, we have not installed Compton, right? So everything is going to be gradual if you do it this way. We'll do another desktop in another way via our ArcoLinux D GitHubs. That's much faster, but less fun, right? Less fun. Super F5. Damn, not working. Why is it not working? Super sudo pacman -s melt. Install melt. Super F5. Ah, there is it. So everything is working, but it's just not installed yet. Control Alt F is Firefox. Control Alt V is Vivaldi. Our Control Alt P is Pamek, is not installed. Control U is Pavu Control, is not installed. So it's still figuring out all and every element. But the point is, it's so much fun. You can have so much fun with one system and figuring out what does it need, does it need to actually build a desktop from scratch. This is more a from scratch to a functional system, well, desktop. Okay, let's go for BSPWM, another way, another approach of doing things. Let's say we are back in a black screen, right? Let's say that this one is not installed. So Super X, you log out, and we're going to install together, not via Awesome itself, but via the Control Alt and then F1, F3, so the TTY, and in VirtualBox, the right control F3. So we're back into a ArcoLinux D environment now, and we're gonna say, let's get BSPWM installed. But this time, let's not figure it out with these tools, with the cheat sheet, which is, well, longer, right? Longer, but so much more interesting than doing what we're doing now. You can actually also go for a git clone. Maybe I should show that as well. So we're back at ArcoLinux D. Here's all the knowledge. In ArcoLinux B, there's also all the knowledge. What package do we need? What packages do we use to get to an ISO of BSPWM? We use, well, minimal or that one, we use to get an ISO to you this long list of applications. These are all the Lego blocks we play with. And all the guys with a hashtag are not used. Okay, so a choice. And this is actually needed for BSPWM. And the same goes for ArcoLinux D. You find your way in here as well. And you'll see that there is stuff that we install. So yeah, this is needed. So it depends. How much time do you have? How much fun do you want to have? It's all up to you. We have the GitHub. So clone us this one and let's try this BSPWM thing. We have a folder. You go inside the folder and there you have all the things you need. The 00 is not needed as the cores are used from the ISO. We've done a script, we've added a script to the ISO. So every ISO out there is going to use all the cores, always. So that's there for ArcoLinux things. If you are trying to learn, oh my god, if you're trying to learn about ArcoLinux way installation, then you run it. You can run all these scripts as well on an ArcoLinux ISO, of course. Now, the LightDM is done, right? Awesome is there, and we have LightDM, we have all the rest of the packages of LightDM. So we could actually say, will this work already? Maybe that's something you are thinking right now. So Control F7 was it, and I don't know if it finds it already. I suppose we need to reboot, restart to let it show there. So LightDM is going to scan user share X sessions, what's in there, and it's going to show you. Now, this is what we get. And like I said, I'm going to show you what not to do as well. So right mouse click, nothing here, no menus, there is just nothing here. All right, I suppose we need to do something more, right? Other Lego blocks. Back to TTY, Control F3, which is wrong. Control F3. We're back in. We see, what does it need? Oh, it needs polybar. We have no menu. Oh, it needs fonts, because on the polybar on top we have these things there. So polybar, let's make a mistake. I told you, let's make as many mistakes as possible. This is not coming from ArcoLinux. This is coming from AWAR. And it's quite extensive a build as well. So there you go. Oops, again, my numlock fails me here. A lot of stuff, but it needs it to build it. So we say yes to everything. Now I seem to have lost my PDF here. Come here. Open up and come here. So polybar is done. Well done. It's working. So what we'll do next is the SXHQD. So what I call, with a fun and a smile, my sexy hotkey daemon, or the simple X hotkey daemon. Fonts. We'll not install these, see what happens. There is a configuration. Do we need configuration? We'll find it out. We'll not install it, boot it, see what happens. If we don't have an ArcoLinux polybar kit, I don't think we'll see much. We have already the ArcoLinux OB logout, so we can log out because of this guy up here. We've installed it already. So that's how we figure things out. And there can be only one of these guys, but we haven't installed any of them yet, right? So yellow, really don't need it. But then of course the look will be not that nice. No themes, no icons, etc. So polybar is there, but there is no configuration of polybar. Let's do that one first. That makes sense. If you install an application, you get the configurations for that application. So that's polybar. That's from us. It's inside Skel, which means red flag, Skel. Okay, we have a polybar when we boot up, but no icons on it. No nice, awesome, not an icon, but actually a font, right? But it looks like it is an icon. Awesome terminal fonts. Oh, there we go. What if we checked? Let me get my ISO out of here. Otherwise it's gonna ask me every single time when we boot up. Nah, less work for me. So BSPWM, oh, there's a dependency that has been installed in the meantime. BSPWM is the one we're trying. Okay, right, that's set correctly. Wait for it. Nothing available. Nothing available. Ctrl Alt F3. Log in. Do we have Polybar? Is it installed? Which Polybar? It's installed. It's available. We have installed our also internal fonts. Sure thing. We've done it as well. So that's okay. Our Polybar is there. Did we scale it? I don't know. It's scaled now. What else could be wrong? They are mentioning other stuff. They're mentioning hotkey daemon, which is cool because then I can use my Ctrl Alt T. So that's going in as well. But these guys are mentioned as well. So one of those is probably going to be critical and has to be moved better to the first column. So that's that. There's no problem with me installing the sexy hotkey daemon. Oh my god, the sexy hotkey daemon. Okay, so that's installed. Very small package, but it's necessary, of course. Now I'm gonna try, which am I gonna try first? One of them is critical. I'm not sure which one is critical. Sudo pacman -s. It's all about experience. Try all these things. So that's coming, that's not coming from Arch repos. That's coming from and Git probably as well. It says the word Git already. I don't think anything says Git on Arch repos. XDO. Let's give this guy a try. This is coming from here. I know that by now. And the tools as well. Let's get the guy as well. Aha. That's not coming from there. Okay. Typo, I mean. It's like this. Okay. So, is this what we need? These two, is those two are necessary or not? If so, they should be moved to the first column. And there we go. What do we have? Polybar. Are you being launched? No launch as of yet. So, back to the drawing board, right? Back to whatever it is we need. So, yay, -s. There is a tool, we have done that, is sutils git. It's much more fun to do it like this than for the ArcoLinux D GitHub, which I actually wanted to do, but I'm not doing now. We'll do it another desktop, right? Let's see. Is this one the one that's bugging us, that's stopping us from launching? So much detective work, right? Might have been this one, not the other ones. I don't know. You never do it separately, you do it with a bunch of scripts, right? Everything at once. Okay. Not the one. So if this is not the one, how about the xtitle git? Install yourself, my friends. Oops, sorry, I'm here. No fun yet. Why is that? Why is that? BSPWM. Did we install you? Yes, we did. All right, now we're sure. We've installed Polybar. Polybar is installed. Yeah, of course he can't. There is no X server. SXHQD. Something must be amiss. What's gonna be? So we've done that one, we've done that one. That's all good. Here we install these guys. I've installed now all of them. There must be one thing missing. I wouldn't know what to be honest. So if that's not there, we keep on looking. In 500 we're going to install these guys. And in 400 we're going to install this. Pychem, yeah, the menu. Pychem, by the way, is Compton, the new name change. Here is XDO and XDO2. I wonder what's going on. Can we figure it out? How about this? No, nothing in here that concerns us. How about yeah, hell doesn't help us either. Up F. What am I missing? I'm missing something. Polybar is not started. BSPWM is not started. Why not? Sexy hotkey daemon is not started. Dive back in the menu, in the TTY. So -S if we installed the Polybar and if we installed BSPWM. Oh my god. What did I forget? The setting for BSPWM. Okay. I'm only human. Scale, of course. And then again, Control F7, which doesn't help us, which means we need to reboot. Control and back here, reboot. So I forgot to install the desktop files or configurations of BSPWM. That's it. That's it. All right. And there we go. Oh my god. Right? Oh my god. All good. All working as it's supposed to. Now, yeah, you see this flash here, right? That's the Pulse audio that's not installed. And this thing says, hey, give me some information. And this gives an error that it's not available. So got a quick flash of text. Pulse audio. So we were going to install SuperX. Let's see if that works. Aha. So the keyboard shortcuts, everything works. All the lookout themes are installed. This time we are going to install something with the GitHub, right? Because if you do it like that, then of course you don't forget anything. It's just in a list of scripts. Change the list of scripts. Do not install Firefox. Do install Google Chrome. I don't care. It's a free world. Change the scripts and use the applications you like and love. So I can stay in here as well and go for a git clone. Well, somewhere up there is a git clone. If you're like everybody else and say, I'm not gonna type it all over again, then you have to type a lot of, well, arrows ups. That's what we do. Arrow up to get the last one. Helpsluft. How about that? ArcoLinux. So we go inside that one. Same applies here. The 00 is not necessary. And we install this one. It will skip LightDM because it's already installed. And that's done. ArcoLinux is installed. It's a measly, how much is it? Net change half a megabyte. Pfft, it gives you a desktop with half a megabyte. How awesome is that? No, how ArcoLinux is that? So we're actually in here. We can always use the cheat sheet. It's there. It hangs on a wall. We can always take a look. It's going to use this one. We have done that already because it's coming from here. We've done this one, that one, and then this one. So yeah, Polybar is done. We've done that. These three guys have been installed. We don't know yet. we don't know if we need it now because I forgot to install the ArcoLinux configuration. This one. I forgot to scale this one and install that one as well. Install and scale. Both of them are important. So I'm not gonna do this, but you can keep it handy. Look around. Say, okay, fine. So ls. Now we can maybe install some sound so that you don't see all these glitches all the time at the top. So sound is installed. If you have to figure that all out yourself, what things you need, I'm more inclined to say I'll figure it out once, put it in a script, and run it the next time. That's how I see it. All right? But be my guest, make the scripts yourself, change them. It only takes a few years, nah, I'm joking, a few weeks to do all of this on yourself. What is this? Not happy with the download speed. What, don't I have a Azure C? That's not nice. So that's installed. Bluetooth not necessary in the virtual machine, right? Install printers, we can skip that. Install Samba, we skip it. Skip. We're at 200. That's a lot of software coming in, gonna take a lot of time. I'm gonna take 400s and 500. That I will do. So what about this Azure C? Or let's go just somewhere else and see what's going on. We have a Azure C here. What's in here? It's all our scripts. Right. It's my old Azure C. So what we need to do is copy the bash. Copy bash cbe. Okay, cannot copy it. There is nothing. There's no Azure C latest. Why is that? Because -pacman -s. Alright, -s, capital S, please. ArcoLinux. Root has never been installed. Root is now installed. Scale. cbe. Now I have another one that I wanted to have. Just quickly wanted to see to the end mirror list. That's a new one. So remember I typed mirror to get a faster download, and mirror list was not there. And I said, hey, what the heck? So we have a new alias to quickly have a look where my data is coming from. It's coming from mirrorosbeck.com. That's where everything, whoops, is coming from. Control X, get out of here. Super Q, kill, and then back here. So we failed to do something here. So in our GitHub, we've chosen to go for LXperience GTK3. So they conflict with each other. So it's a choice, right? You choose what application you like to work with, but in our case, I'll have to do it over again. So Alex appearance GTK3, and I guess, yep, then you ask yes, and that's it. So because of the scripts, it can't resolve it, it can't run it. When there's a conflict, it all stops the fun. Then you resolve the conflict, choose your package, and rerun it, as it will skip anyway all the things that are installed already. So you see for instance there elements from XFCE, so Control Shift Escape, aha, it's gonna work. We just installed XFCE Task Manager, things like that. So this was number 400, so 500 I'll install as well. The Python Pywall, stuff like that. Your XVT resize. What else? That's it basically. Okay. So number 600, right? If you want to install a desktop, you install OS 600. Now there are going to be conflicts if, and only if, you are going to use these guys, these yellow guys, as well. So the GitHubs are always built for one desktop. So there's only one choice. You can choose one of these guys or none of these guys. That's also a possibility. But if you choose two of them, well, they are providing the same files, and Pacman says no, does not compute. So it does not work like that. But everything is installed. Everything is also scaled. It's in here in the script. It's already scaled to the etc. From etc scale to home directory. So I guess, whoops, wrong button here, Super X. I guess we have to look and see what herpsluft.wm looks like. We have some more software at this point in time as well. So there we are, everything is working. All our D menu is working. We can go for Firefox if it was installed. Let's go to CacaFire. Have you seen this one already? CacaFire. Strange. My machine is on fire. It is. ArcoLinux on fire. So, all fun. What we do next is all up to you, right? We can go on and go on and go on. The easiest of these things are the real desktops. And what are the real complete desktops? Budgie, Cinnamon, Deeping, Enlightenment. We're still developing that one. GWM, still developing that one. LXQT, Mate. OpenBox, not really. It has a lot of things that it needs from others. That's why it became a full desktop. But Plasma is as well, full desktop, XFCE, and there we are. If you install these guys, Plasma, you get everything, but not the fun stuff. So this is the fun stuff. So you check it out if you want to install more. Like let's do just one, right? So Control T whenever you have a TTY available, or a graphical thing, I mean, available. Otherwise, we'll just go to Control F3 or Control Alt F3 and do our stuff there. Doesn't really matter. Just need to get the pieces of the Lego box in, which is Mate. Let's use the cheat sheet. Mate Extra. That's it. Because there are others like that. There is another one, GNOME, but it is GNOME Extras with an S, not Extra. Oh, I see a typo. Good, 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 good. In GNOME, let's see if I'm correct. Which is the correct one now? Let's stick into the virtual machine here. I'm gonna take another TTY. And I'm gonna see if, what is the typo? Sudo pacman -s, GNOME Extra. Okay, doesn't respond. Is that it? Okay, but it's available. I think it's extras with an S. An extra is not available, I think. Well, I can't check it here. Control F, Control T. I'm now on my own machine here. Let's get that typo out of the way. Minus S. What is it now? Extra or extras? All right. And extras is not found. So the correct one is without an S. That's what I wanted to know. All right. Back to here, back to here. Let's reboot. Mate is installed. And there is your Mate. Maybe not looking the way you think it would look, but it's Mate. It's the official look. If you do an ArcoLinux installation, Archway, this is what you get. And then you decide, okay, let's change the look and the feeling, because I don't like the look and the feeling, right? You go inside Aqua Dark, customize, window border, fine, icons, not fine. Why not go for the green one? Mate gray. Close, close. Right? So it's all up to you. Changing wallpapers and all that. The fun can start. But you have your system. You have your system up and running. Play around with it. We have installed some of the software already. But of course, things that are ArcoLinux, then we won't have an icon for it because of the fact, well, the others don't make icons for us. That's why Sardi and Surfer are there. Well, it's a little strange. An office, something is amiss here. We're missing something. So that's what we do, right? We theme and tweak our system. So it looks good on ArcoLinux. And if you want to have the same look, well, you need to get the configuration file in and maybe also the decom file. So that's these guys. These guys make it look awesome and nice, beautiful. These are all the settings, more technical stuff, more look and feel. Okay. So I hope it inspires you. That's what I hope. I hope you also get the logic of the game. The cheat sheet makes it hopefully more clear that it all depends what you want and what blocks you want to install. They all fit together somehow. One of them is small, is more difficult, like the tiling window manager is a little bit more difficult than the standard desktop environments. But in a sense, it's all fun and play. And I hope I can get that passion, that vibe over to you. So go and play. Cheers.